Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin, 608 Tuesday, October 18, 62 degrees, getting up to 80 today. WOBM AM 1160, 1310 News Talk Radio, streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com, 732-505-1160. To join the conversation, we are now joined in studio by Lillian Stulich and Kevin McCormick, teachers, kind of. Lillian is clearly a teacher, and Kevin theoretically is retired. But they also have written a book, which I'm sure all of you have read already, but we're going to talk about anyway. And you could feel free to chime in at 732-505-1160. Host a Little Ghost and the Story of the Mystical Mums. So good morning.
Good morning, Jeremy.
How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
Oh, good. So Host a Little Ghost and the Story of the Mystical Mums. This is, what is this, a documentary about?
Yes.
Is this about like World War II? What is this about?
Exactly, you got it right. No, good morning. Kevin and I came up with our story when we were on lunch duty back in 2012, and we were inspired to write a children's book after the events of Hurricane Sandy. We saw a new sense of renewed community spirit in our building, and we want to capture that idea of caring and sharing that we saw amongst our students. So we came up with Host a Little Ghost and the Story of the Mystical Mums, and we created a beautiful myth that said if you plant Halloween mums, a sweet little ghost would spend the Halloween season with you.
Right. So we're talking like Casper the Friendly Ghost type ghost, right?
I think our ghost is sweeter.
Yes.
And a little bit cuter.
Yeah.
Glows
and
in the dark.
he glows. Our little ghost glows in the dark.
Rewards children for good behavior.
Yeah. No. So inherently, I guess I always thought the ghosts were like transparent. Like they're not like they're just like you can't see them, right? Or you can. This ghost you can.
You can. And you could even hold your little ghost through the Halloween season and play with your little ghost. And he rewards. I know it sounds funny.
Gives you comfort.
He gives you comfort and joy. And he also reminds you to do the right thing, be responsible with your care, and be a good sister or brother or sharing. And if you're good, he gives you a candy. And if you're forgetful, a little ghost-it note.
Nice.
You wouldn't get a ghost-it note, would you, Jeremy?
I don't think so. But my little friend was more like Drop Dead Fred. Do you remember that story? Do you remember that movie?
I do. I don't know about Kevin.
No, you don't remember that?
A little too old.
So Drop Dead Fred was like that had to be like the 80s,
That's
right?
the 80s. And what was her name? Phoebe Cates was in
yes,
that?
Phoebe Cates was in it, and it was like her imaginary friend, but he was like a real troublemaker.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I was already teaching.
Yeah, so you weren't like
Kevin was busy. I was watching TV.
All right. So let's go to that then for a second. So Lillian, you are currently a teacher at Intermediate East.
Intermediate East. Hi, everyone.
And what do you teach?
I teach 6th grade social studies, and I have a background in language arts, though. So if you're wondering where that comes in. Yeah.
Right. Well, social studies is heavily, there's a lot of writing involved in social studies,
Yes, there is.
right?
That is absolutely true. And if I could just interject for a minute, we did, no?
Okay.
Okay. We did an activity this school year about character education, if you want to be on the right side or wrong side of history. And we looked at people who we deemed to be on the right side of history. And that's why we created Little Ghost as well, to help children stay on the right side of history by doing the right thing, being caring and sharing, being responsible as best as we can.
Right. So there's a Donald Trump joke in here somewhere, but I'm going to move along. So
yes, you're right, but we're not going there.
So 11 years at Intermediate East, and prior to that,
I was at Intermediate West, if you remember Intermediate West,
yes.
which is now Intermediate
which is now
North.
North.
So 21 years in total.
Yeah.
And Kevin helped make my dream come true by writing the story by collaborating on the story. So while I've been teaching social studies, I've had the interest to be a writer. And we collaborated. We came up with this story.
You're good at this, by the way. So I like how every time I try and like talk about something else, you always tie it back to the story.
Thank you.
Like you want to continue bringing us back to the main point
I'll
of your
let
visit.
you lead the
No,
discussion.
you're doing great. I just want to call your attention to it, and I want you to understand that I'm hip to what you're doing. I'm just saying that.
Good.
All right, good. All right, so moving right along, Kevin.
Sure.
Let's see how adept you are at the same skill set. So, Kevin, you were a teacher as well.
32 years, Toms River.
32 years.
20 years at Intermediate West. Lillian then came in, and then I went over to Intermediate East and taught engineering over there. And Lillian happened to follow me over, and After Hurricane Sandy, we met each other.
I was transferred. I didn't follow.
Right. I was going to say, what do you mean? Like Lily was like, hey,
transferred.
I was transferred.
Kevin got moved to East.
And,
Can
Just
I
had
go
to
too?
clarify.
Yeah.
And at lunch duty after Hurricane Sandy, after 2 weeks off, we happened to be talking about, the sharing and caring in the community, and we came up with this story.
Right.
That was it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you find it, you still both refer to it as Intermediate West? Right.
I still refer to Macy's as Bambergers. So
this is a tricky one for you, especially because you're a teacher. So just beware. I'm just
Okay.
warning you in advance. So what do you call that arena next to High School North?
I call it where we go to
Gotcha.
Poland Springs.
Perfect.
All right,
Poland
Pine
Springs.
Belt, Poland
Pine-
Springs. Oh,
Very good. That's a
good.
That's a good answer. I want to see if I could hook you in there. Okay. So the store. So you started. How long has the book been out?
the book. We started writing the book in 2012.
Yep.
We finished the publication of it in 2014.
14.
And we are not just the writers and illustrators of the book. We are also the publishers. We are Little
Right.
Ghost Publishing.
Yes,
Right.
because a teacher or a high schoolist art teacher, Bill Deshawn, did all the artwork for us. Also.
Oh, okay.
It's
so
a true
really,
collaboration.
It is a true
Yeah,
collaboration
we're a
of all
trio.
teachers.
We're a
Yes.
trio. And I want to say hi to Bill this morning.
Yes.
That was just you saying hi to him.
Hi, Bill.
Okay.
Bill.
Good. And by the way, she waved into the microphone. You probably didn't see that, Bill, but she did wave into the microphone for you there. So, take my word for it.
Yeah, his artwork and illustrations are really, really.
Well, that's key in a
very
children's
nice.
book because yes. Yeah.
He added so many styles and patterns.
So what's the target demo for this book?
I would say anywhere from pre-K all the way to 5th grade, depending on how you use the book. When I say how to use it, you could read it straightforward as a countdown to Halloween, renewing or thinking about family values, or as a writing presentation and also illustration process. So there's many layers to our book.
Okay. All right, cool. Sorry, I thought you were gonna.
I could continue.
No, you were doing great. I thought you were still rolling there. Okay, so pre-K to 5th grade.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Pre-K, they may need a little help reading it.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And that is important.
So this is one of those upside down reading books, right?
Upside down. When you say upside down, what do you mean?
Okay. So by that I mean so you're the parent, right? And
Okay.
you're holding the book like this, on your
like
you're
you could skip-
turning the pages.
Oh, sure,
And you
yes.
have to learn how to read upside
Yes,
down, right?
yes, now I gotcha.
So this is an upside down reading
Yes.
book.
Parent, it's important for parents to read to
And
their
that's
children.
that's
and
also
part
important.
Of the book.
Sitting down
Absolutely.
and reading together.
Absolutely. So you're not supporters of shopping on Thanksgiving then? Is what you're
No,
saying?
not at all. I tried it once and I turned around. You have to pay me to go shopping on Thanksgiving.
Well, okay. All right. So how many, can I ask, how the sales have been so far? Are you selling lots of them?
I have to tell you, the community and every venue that we go to has been so supportive, especially when we express the fact that we're educators, we're teachers. In our distribution center, we had about 5,000 books. We've sold about 3,000 books.
Wow.
And we've also donated to libraries, and we're also in the Ocean County Library System.
Yes.
We get a lot of enthusiasm, too, from other library systems around South Jersey.
Okay.
So we've done pretty well, and I want to thank all the retailers that have had us and all the places that have supported us,
It's
including
amazing. It's
you.
amazing.
Thank
Our
you.
book is in the UK now. It's
Really?
also in Colombia, South America.
You dropped one off there?
Hawaii.
No, somebody came over and.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish.
I mean,
I'm
it's
joking.
it's amazing how within the last 2 years our book has spread out all over.
Well,
the
that's awesome. So when we get back with Lillian Stulich and Kevin McCormick, we want to talk about your partnerships with OCC and the planetarium and your kind of campaign for literacy, et cetera. Can we do that when we get back?
Sure, that would be
Sure.
great. Thank
Cool.
you.
Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for Preferred Company with Joel Markell and Marianne Levy at 8. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues next. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, Lillian Stulich, and Kevin McCormick. It's 6:21, Bob, in case you're wondering. Bob's one of our listeners who says that we need to tell the time more because we're short on clocks in our houses and apps and anything else that would tell the time. So moving right along. So you have some partnership with Ocean County
Yes,
College.
we sure do.
So why don't you tell us about that with the Nubbins Planetarium?
What a great experience we've had meeting Amanda Boyle. I met Amanda back in February to plan a party for my mother who just recovered from breast cancer, and we did a surprise party for her there. And after we got to talking, Amanda and I collaborated with the book and came up with an idea to do a book reading at the planetarium. And we've done a run through so far. Our first show is October 22nd at 6:30. But we did a run through last week, and what a beautiful job they've done. And Kevin over there at the planetarium as well. So they've embraced our book. They've embraced family fun night and reading. And we're also going to collaborate at the Halloween parade with a float. So we're really looking forward to that and building this relationship with the planetarium and Ocean County College.
So let me get this straight. So the planetarium thing. So you got like this show going on overhead.
Beautiful show, yes.
With like glow in the dark ghosts.
Hopefully the kids will bring their little glow in the dark ghosts, but our book is being projected onto the dome. And you could see it's panoramic look of the book. The words, Bill's artwork is stunning. Yeah. And Kevin Molnar over at the planetarium did a great job adding some graphics and just doing a beautiful job. And Amanda did a great job setting up the planetarium and this whole wonderful evening that we're approaching shortly. So
when is that going to happen?
The first reading is October 22nd at 6:30.
Right.
And then the following Saturday, October 29th, it'll be during the daytime around 11:30 for the little ones who can't make it to the Saturday night show.
Right. Yeah. Very cool. So that's, you don't even think about all the things they could do at the planetarium.
It is
it's like
amazing.
Yeah. I just picture like a bunch of stars and constellations and a really deep, like soothing voice. And then the fact that I wake up 40 minutes later, I'm like, oh, it's time to go now.
Well, hopefully if the kids come to our show, they won't sleep. And
no, the kids don't sleep.
No,
the parents sleep.
That's
parents
what.
Sleep.
Yeah. But you can wear your jammies too.
Really?
Yes. Oh, it's PJ night. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that.
You hear that?
And if you wear footed pajamas, grown-ups get in for free.
Really?
There you go. You get in for free now.
See, Zach, why do you have to go there? I don't wear the footy pajamas.
You
wear the footy pajamas.
You always
That's true.
say you wear
I do
your
say
footy
that.
pajamas.
All right, listen. I didn't know you listened to the show, Zach. All right, so that's cool. So you got that going on, and what? So the float is going to be who's designing the float now? You and OCC?
Yes, Kevin did a lot of the artwork for the float. He took our book and our characters, and he made them two-dimensional out of wood and painting. It's just beautiful. The book itself is going to be like 4x3.
Yeah, it's a 4 foot by 3 foot book.
And then Amanda and Kevin are working on another aspect of the float as well. I know we're in for a great surprise with what she comes up with.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. One of the biggest Halloween parades in the free world.
Yes.
Here in Toms River, and of course, appropriately now situated on Halloween once again.
Yes.
Since last year. Okay, so and you've been doing the book tour too, right? You made
We've been doing the book marathon.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah. So you made a big time. You did Channel 12, right?
Yes.
And now
with Dela Cruz.
Right. Right. And now you have where are you going to be this weekend?
This weekend we're going to be at the planetarium in the evening, but during the day from 10 to 3 we'll be at the Jersey Shore outlets up in Tinton Falls from 10 to 3. And we're also, while we're there, we're going to be doing book signings, but also giving 10% of our proceeds to the Simon Youth Foundation.
What is the Simon Youth Foundation?
It's a scholarship fund for young adults.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what age.
Simon.
Simon.
You have to be named Simon.
Yes, you have to be named
Simon. Is that
Simon.
a first name or a last name?
Either way, I think it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I always wonder, like, Simone, is that like, do they qualify as well? Or?
Yes, that would be the French equivalent.
Right.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure, because I feel like, it's a very small
Simone.
target demographic.
Yeah.
Okay, when we come back with Lillian Stulich and Kevin McCormick after the break, we are going to give them both a magic wand. Right, and we can see what they're going to do to change the world. I'm sure Lillian's going to wave more at the microphone and point more and whatever, which you won't be able to see, but we'll try and keep you in the loop. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Back with more after the break.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. 6:35 Thursday, October 18th, 62 degrees, getting up to 80 today. WOBM AM 1160, 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the radio pop app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We are joined in studio by Lillian Stulich and Kevin McCormick. They are talking about their book, Host a Little Ghost, and the story of the mystical mums.
Yep.
So the ghost. So I notice you have like the ghost. I'm not, now I feel awkward about this whole thing. You have the ghost on your shirt.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So I'm always like thinking that a woman's going to be like, no, my eyes are up here. But I mean, you have a ghost in the middle of your shirt. I'm just saying. So is that the actual, like, or is that just a ghost?
This is my little ghost, and my little ghost was customized by an art teacher at Hooper Avenue Elementary School about 3 years ago. We had Ghost Day at Hooper Avenue, and I want to say thank you again to Hooper Avenue Elementary for that. And she customized all the ghosts. All the kids had ghosts based on something they liked. So I love mums. Some kids like baseball. Some kids like books. So she had all the kids wear ghosts that day.
Our little ghost comes in a whirlwind when he travels, and he also always has mums with him.
Why mums? I mean, what do mums signify for you?
Oh, I got a great story.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so we came up with the idea of mums after I was watching a story called The Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes.
And in that story, Max had a giant pumpkin on his head to keep vampires away, all that goop coming out of the pumpkin. So what would attract a happy little ghost? Children laughing and the fragrant fall mums. That's why they're mystical and magical.
So this was inspired by the Wizards of Waverly Place.
A little bit. I wanted to keep the vampires away and attract happy little ghosts. So in that story, vampires were attracted by or kept away with the pumpkin. Little ghost attracted by children laughing and the sweet smell of the mums.
Right. For those of you that don't know, the Wizards of Waverly Place, that is where Selena Gomez got her start.
I'm not promoting Selena Gomez.
I understand. I'm just saying that's I have teenage girls
the story
too.
again came after we had lunch duty together.
Right.
Yeah.
After she followed you to Intermediate East.
I was transferred.
Yeah.
And we were talking. We were talking in lunch.
And
I originally did not want to go.
From what I understand, Kevin, as the story goes, you had lunch duty, and Lillian was like, "Hey, can I get that same lunch duty because Kevin's on that lunch duty, and I would love to share lunch duty with him."
No,
that's not.
I'm at a loss for words, Jeremy.
After the children
I thought that's how it went. Go ahead.
After the children came back from Superstorm Sandy, again the community spirit, and we came up with the story about.
Right.
It was right at Halloween because we missed trick-or-treating.
See, Kevin keeps trying to change the subject, and you keep trying to defend it. It's an interesting dynamic.
It is an interesting dynamic because it's funny because we taught together at West for a number of years, and we knew each other, but we didn't become friends until we collaborated on the book.
Right.
So
you became friends after you started collaborating on the book?
Well, we knew each other, but
because I would think that's a pretty strong investment when you're like, hey, let's go write a book together.
We knew each other.
Right.
We were friendly.
Well, because the story was so good, as in with family values and whatnot. Very few stories are these days.
Right.
That we wanted to make this story, and we pushed for it. And we collaborated with Bill Deshawn. Everything came together.
All right, listen. I'm sure I'll read about the full story one day in your autobiographies. Okay, so moving right along, it is that time where we give you the magic wand, the pixie dust, the fairy dust, the ability just to wiggle your nose and make an impact. Like Wizards of Waverly Place style.
That was a good connection. Yeah.
That was. See how we segued into that? That was like we'll be here all week. So I will. So let's start with tomorrow. Thank you. Let's start with Kevin. Kevin, what are you doing with your magic wand?
I would like just to reinforce caring and sharing, family values, civility. So that would be what the book says. I don't think we have enough right now. And so we're trying to reinforce those values. And as teachers, that's what we always see too. And so that would be my magic wand.
Very nice. Lillian?
Well, there's a phrase that goes, "It is what it is." And that is not one of my favorite phrases because it is what it is, but it's what you make it. And through character education, through doing your best in school, by reading, having good family values, you can make your dreams come true. And it does not have to be what it is, but what you make it. So I really think that's important. And collaborating with Kevin and Bill helped make my dream come true as an author, adding more dimension to my career as a teacher. And I want to say hi to my daughter Stephanie because she was also my inspiration for this. And I do this for her, and I do for all the students and the children that we come into contact with every day.
Yeah, and adding to Lillian's, like our little ghost travels in a whirlwind. You never know in life where your own little whirlwind will lead you.
It's true. It's a nice metaphor.
It is true, yeah.
That's I like that. All right, good. Well, listen, and where could folks go if they want to pick up the book or if they want to learn more?
If they want to go to Silverton Pharmacy in Silverton, where I live, that's a great place. I want to say hi to Isabel. Argos Farms, Heart's Desire Boutique in Silverton at the First Aid Station right now. Online at Amazon, or our website, I should say, www.littleghostpublishing.com, and you could buy it directly through us at Amazon. So those are some places, and also next week will be again at the planetarium and also at Jersey Shore outlets.
This weekend,
October 22nd.
Very cool.
And hopefully the weather's nice.
Well, Lillian, Kevin, thank you so much for your time this morning. It's pretty cool what you did, and really starting it from nothing. You kind of did everything. It's a real homegrown project.
It sure is.
And to have sold 3,000 books so far, and I'm sure we have 30,000 left to go. So that's
terrific.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Very cool.
This was a nice way to start my work day.
Good. We'll do it again tomorrow. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Back with more after this.